In this particular video, I'll be covering the loan amount offered by HDFC Credila across their various schemes. I'll be talking about the rate of interest, the processing fee, acceptable course and countries, their financial co-applicant requirement, their repayment terms, and finally their process and process timelines. And please note that all the information which I'm going to provide in this video is nowhere available online. Even the official website of HDFC Credila doesn't have the scheme details in such a clear-cut way. Hello all, this is Damini, co-founder of WeMakeScholars, and I welcome you to the 49th episode of our web series Loan Flix Season 2. So in this video, we will be talking about the education loan schemes and products of a particular lender, just like my last video. So in the last episode, we spoke about Union Bank of India, and in this particular episode, we'll be talking about the most popular HDFC Credila. So this particular episode will be fully focused on the abroad education loan schemes of HDFC Credila, and for their domestic loan schemes, I'll be making a separate video. So in this particular video, I'll be covering the loan amount offered by HDFC Credila across their various schemes. I'll be talking about the rate of interest, the processing fee, acceptable course and countries, their financial co-applicant requirement, their repayment terms, and finally their process and process timeline. And most importantly, I'll also be telling you across all these parameters what special you get when you apply via WeMakeScholars. And please note that all the information which I'm going to provide in this video is nowhere available online. Even the official website of HDFC Credila doesn't have the scheme details in such a clear-cut way. So when I compile the information for making these videos, I read the internal bank circulars about the product information, and whatever was missing in the circular for this particular video, I actually interviewed their product head to get that information. So whatever I'm going to tell you is going to be the most accurate in an easy format for you to understand. Let's start, but before that, two important things. Number one, we have already made a lot of videos on education loan process, which I think you must watch before you start your loan process. So for example, we have one such video wherein we have compared secured loans with unsecured loans across all their parameters. So do try to watch that video after this video. I am leaving the link in the description for that particular video, also for the entire playlist of Loan Flix Season 1 and Loan Flix Season 2. So do check that out. And the second thing is, many of you students who are watching this today are not aware of what is WeMakeScholars and what is Loan Flix. So let me tell you, Loan Flix is a web series which covers every detail of an education loan, right from the eligibility, process, sanction, disbursement, repayment, everything. And Loan Flix is an initiative of WeMakeScholars. WeMakeScholars is India's largest education finance platform, which is funded and supported by the Ministry of IT, Government of India. So last year itself, we have released loans worth about 4,200 crores to students who are looking to study abroad. And our sole purpose is to help students like you get your funds sorted via scholarships and education loans. And please note that all our services are completely free of cost. So you shouldn't have any second thoughts before getting in touch with our team. So I'm leaving the link in the description through which you can request a call back and speak to our team. Now let's start with the schemes of HDFC Credila. So before I tell you about the schemes, please note one thing, that HDFC Credila is an NBFC, not a bank. So Credila basically divides this education loan product into three different schemes. The first one we have is secured education loan scheme. Then we have unsecured education loan scheme for US. And then we have unsecured education loan scheme for non-US. So all the terms which we'll be discussing in this video will be across these three different schemes. For the secured education loan scheme, there is an official limit of 1 CR, but please understand that in any secured loan, the loan amount is actually directly dependent on the collateral value. So if you are looking for a 1 CR loan from HDFC Credila, you will have to bring in a collateral of roughly about 75 to 80 lakhs if it is a property, and if it is a liquid security, then the proportion can be slightly lesser also. Now, when you apply via WeMakeScholars, we have got it done even with 50% collateral, which means a 50 lakhs collateral to get 1 CR of loan approval. Now, the second thing is, if you are looking for a loan of more than 1 CR, then also it can be approved, but it requires some special permissions which might increase your loan approval time, the TAD. Right, but when you are going via WeMakeScholars, the 1 CR cap doesn't apply for us, which means you can get higher amounts approved in a much faster way. Coming to the second product of unsecured education loan for US, the official product limit says 50 lakhs. even though they advertise it as 75 lakhs across their multiple social channels, but that's not a reality generally. But when you apply via WeMakeScholars, our average unsecured loan amount for US with HDFC Credila is about 70 lakhs, and many students have got it up up to 80 lakhs also. But of course, it depends on your university ranking. As a student going to US, sometimes your expenses might cross even that 80 lakh slab, and you might be looking for a loan of about 85 to 90 lakhs. If that's your requirement, then HDFC Credila may not suit your profile, because there are multiple lenders in the market who are even offering like 85 to 90 lakhs without any collateral, even for not so top universities. So if you talk to your WeMakeScholars financial officer, they will be able to guide you on such options as well. Coming to the third product, which is unsecured education loan for non-US, the official loan limit actually varies from country to country, but for major study abroad destinations like Canada, UK, Germany, it is about 30 lakhs. When you apply via WeMakeScholars, we can get you from HDFC Credila up to 50 lakhs under this particular scheme. And if your institute is very top ranked, then we can try for 60 as well. Like most lenders in India, even HDFC Credila offers unsecured education loan only for the PG or master level programs, including PG diploma. And if you're going for an undergraduate level program, then you have the only option to opt for their secured education loan product. Now coming to their courses and programs, again, like most NBFCs, HDFC Credila gives a clear approval if your course is in STEM, which is Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, and MBA. But if you are going for any other course, it might require a special approval on a case-by-case basis, and your WeMakeScholars financial officer can quickly get it for you. Like all NBFCs, even Credila prefers to offer loans only for the major study abroad destinations like Canada, US, UK, Germany, and even countries like Singapore, Netherlands, Sweden can be tried. But students who are going for MBBS to countries like Ukraine, Philippines, Russia, it's a clear no. Now let's talk about the rate of interest. So for the secured education loan product, HDFC Credila offers you an average interest rate of 10%. But when you apply to Credila via WeMakeScholars, you get a flat interest rate of 9.75% unless there is some major deviation in your profile. Now even the 0.25% saving in your interest rate can actually save you lakhs when you're repaying. So now it is 9.75% because the repo rate today is about 6.5%. So if the repo rate goes up or down, the rate of interest is going to change accordingly. I'm just clarifying this because sometimes people are watching the videos an year later after publishing, and then they get confused about the whole rate of interest thing. So please remember this so that you have a benchmark of rate of interest. Now this rate of interest even seems better than some of the public banks in India, but please wait to hear the other terms before you make your choice on whether you want to go for a secured loan or a collateralized loan with an NBFC like HDFC Credila, or you want to go with a public bank like SBI or Bank of Baroda or Union Bank. Coming to the unsecured US education loan product, the average interest rate of HDFC Credila stands at about 11.5%, but when you apply via WeMakeScholars, our average with HDFC Credila for unsecured US cases is between 11 to 11.25%. Now last month itself, we have done a good number of profiles for US even at an interest rate of 10.75%. Again, this saving of 0.25 to 0.5% can save you lakhs when you are repaying your education loan. So do apply via WeMakeScholars to HDFC Credila. Coming to the third product, which is unsecured education loan for US, the rate of interest for HDFC Credila stands at an average of about 12%. But when you apply via WeMakeScholars to Credila, our average is about 11.6%. But in this month itself, we have done a few files at as low as 11.25%. So now when you see from the rate of interest perspective, when you apply to HDFC Credila via WeMakeScholars, you save on an average about 0.5%, which is a lot of saving, when you consider the long term. And again, I'm repeating that, this particular applying via WeMakeScholars doesn't come to you at any cost. I mean, all our services are completely free as we are funded by Government of India. And please note that all these figures of rate of interest which I told you, directly or via WeMakeScholars are 100% absolutely correct. You are free to cross-check it with any of your friends or peers who have, applied via WeMakeScholars or who have applied directly to Credila in last couple of months. Processing fee for all the schemes in Credila is between 1% to 1.25% of the loan amount as per the official product circular. Now when you apply via WeMakeScholars, we can get you a flat 1%, and for good cases we can even further negotiate and bring it down to 0.75%. Now, just for extra information, the processing fee in government banks varies between 0 to maximum 10,000 rupees. So I leave the decision to you whether you want to choose an NBFC or whether you want to choose a public bank. Whatever the decision may be, WeMakeScholars financial officers can help you with the documentation, process, sanction, disbursement, repayment, everything for all banks in India. Yeah, and I know I have told this multiple times, but I'm repeating again that we do not charge you any service fee for all our services. And if you want to get in touch with our team, you can request a call back using the link mentioned above. And once you do that, we will assign you a financial officer who will handhold you through the entire process of your education loan. So coming to when do you have to start repaying, in all education loans, you get a grace period which is called as moratorium period or repayment holiday. So even HDFC Credila offers you a moratorium period of course duration plus 1 year in most cases. But specifically for Germany, it offers you a moratorium period of course duration plus 2 years, which is not an official policy, but that's the ground reality. Now, once your moratorium period is over, that's when your EMI starts, and after that you get 10 years to repay your HDFC Credila education loan. Now, please note that unlike government banks, in all private banks and NBFCs, you will have to pay at least some amount during your moratorium period also. Right, and now this sum amount can be, your partial simple interest, or it can be your full simple interest as per the terms of your loan. In some cases, Credila has even asked students to pay full EMI during the course period. Every lender in India requires a primary co-applicant to be added to your education loan, and primary co-applicant generally is your parents or spouse or parents-in-law. Now, if your primary co-applicant is not earning and you're going for an unsecured loan, almost all the lenders would ask you to add a financial co-applicant into it. Now, HDFC Credila follows the same thing, but there is one issue with Credila on this point, is that in other NBFCs, you can also add your cousins or far relatives as a financial co-applicant. But in Credila, they limit it to only blood relatives, which means you, your parents, your siblings, and your maternal uncle or paternal uncle, aunt, etc. That's it. So you cannot put your cousins or other far relatives. So that's one issue. So if you do not have anyone who is earning in this blood relative circle, then you might have to look for other options. So your WeMakeScholars financial officer will be able to help you with the other options. To start your loan process with HDFC Credila, you can request a callback using the link mentioned above. Once you do that, a financial officer will be assigned to you who will talk to you and will try to pre-screen your profile. And he or she will also make some suggestions for your profile improvement if there are any. Once that is done, you will be given the checklist of documents. Once you're ready with the documents, you upload those on the WeMakeScholars secured portal and your file gets logged in HDFC Credila. Now, HDFC Credila currently is the slowest comparing to, all NBFCs and private banks when it comes to the login to sanction timeline. So for their unsecured loans, the average timeline after login is about 2 weeks until they give you the decision. And for secured loans, it is about 2.5 to 3 weeks. So if you're in an urgency, please let your WeMakeScholars financial officer know, because they can escalate the process. That's another benefit of applying via WeMakeScholars. I hope this exclusive video on HDFC Credila abroad education loans was useful. I covered all the important factors of their product of education loan, and I'm sure that this information will give you an overview when you're weighing your options among different lenders and NBFCs. My last 5 years at WeMakeScholars, helping students with education loans, has taught me one important thing, that every loan file is different and it has its own complexities. So in this journey, it is always better to have some hand-holding and some guidance. WeMakeScholars plays the role of a mentor in this whole process of your education loan. And your financial officer would handhold you and will give you the much needed guidance at no cost. That's why I do apply via WeMakeScholars. There is nothing to lose. Finally, if you like this video, please like and share it with your friends and colleagues. Do subscribe to our channel so that you never miss any such videos. Stay tuned for my next video.